Shalom, shalom. I'm your brother Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, first and foremost, is I want to give his all praise, all glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakodash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth and rule well. Also want to say shalom to the 144,000. Also want to say shalom to the speckled bird out there, even though you may look like the heathen, but are not the heathen. Also want to say shalom to the Akwath and to the Akim that are listening. You know, I'm gonna title this, and it's gonna be kind of quick too, because I'm on my lunch break again. You know, you take the mark, you're gonna die. Straight to the point. You take that RFID microchip, you're gonna die. You take Revelation 13, 16, 17, you out of there. It is what it is. It's the RFID microchip. We've been telling you, and that thing is getting closer and closer every day that goes by for all the things that's going on. So once again, a warning: if you get tired of hearing it, change the channel. Go watch something else. Our job is to warn, and that's what we're gonna do, right? So the first scripture I want to get is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 3. And like I said, I may move a little quick because I am on my lunch break and it goes by kind of fast. And bear with me. So the first scripture we're going to get, you know, for all them that's going to be in derision, all them that's going to trust Esau, Edom, all them that make Esau their strength, their arm, right? And lean up on him. And this man going to have y'all in derision. And what's going to happen, how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to kill y'all. You know, it is what it is. I'm just going to tell it the way it is, right? So the first scripture is Isaiah 30 and verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So we're telling you now, so if you're going to trust this devil, guess what? It's going to be your shame. It's going to fall on you. Because the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, what? Never trust thy enemy. Right? But see, we know a lot of our people going to do what? They're going to trust in Esau, Edom, just like they do now, where they're going to put their hand up and put their skulls around out so Esau can tag their ass to say, with an RFID microchip. It is what it is. Matter of fact, let's get another scripture. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, right? Chapter 17. Come on. In verse 5, right? Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. What is that going into? Cursed is the man that trusts in man. Many people are going to trust in Esau, Edom, when he comes out. And he says, well, guess what? All of these things are going out. It's the global reset. And this is the next thing that we have, because we can't give you money anymore. We want to put this RFID microchip in so everything can go back to normal. Man, think about that. That's what's about to come pretty soon. We've told you it's coming to that time where you'll have nothing that folds and nothing that jingles. The money's going to be obsolete. People say, well, what about credit cards? What about debit cards? They're going to obsolete that crap too. And little by little, and they're already doing it in Switzerland and all these different countries where they're already putting the chip in people's hands. Apple Pay and stuff like that, or what do you call it? The Amazon stores where people can go by and scan their hand and do stuff. That's going to be a global thing, meaning around the world. It ain't just going to be here in Babylon, aka America. This is going to be around the world. All these global leaders are in cahoots together, right? Think about it. This is going to be nationwide. It's going to be over the whole planet. You know, the dollar going to crumble. When that dollar crumble, it's going to affect everybody. And this devil going to come in and talk about, well, you know what? Since we have a global reset, which they want to do, we'll go ahead and chip you. So now you can get back to normal. But see, a lot of y'all going to trust this devil and thinking everything's cool and everything good. And that's why the scriptures say he gonna have your ass in derision. Matter of fact, let's get another scripture, right? I know I mentioned, what was it, Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 12? Never trust thy enemy. You know, matter of fact, we'll get it. Bear with me, Israel. I know, instead of just quoting it, I can go to it real quick. It may take me a moment, but we'll get there. Ecclesiasticus, 12 and verse 10. And it says, once again, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Meaning what? This man's devil, this man's evil, this man's wicked. He has an agenda. You know what he's about to do. You know, he got his secret councils right now saying what they going to do to the people here in Babylon. So at the end of the day, I'm talking to you Israelites out there. And I already know, once again, when I say you Israel, I'm talking to you 2/3 out there. We already know what you're going to do. We already know that you're going to take it. We already know what you're going to say. Well, I need to eat. I need to take care of these kids. I need to have a roof over my head. That's why Yahweh Bashim Ashad tells you the book of Isaiah 30. Well, in fact, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna let him say what it is. I ain't gonna quote it. What is that? Isaiah 30 in verse 12, I think. Isaiah 30. Let me see. Bear with me. Is it 12? Yep, Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Since you trusted the devil, he told you stay there on. Since you trusted him so much, you made Esau your strength, right? Stay in, and so basically stay in that lane and see what I'm gonna do to you. We'll get them scriptures, what's gonna happen. Matter of fact, let me see. I was gonna read the NLT. We can read the NLT real quick. Isaiah 30 and 12. This is the reply of the Holy One of Israel. Because you despise what I tell you, and trust instead in oppression and lies. You trust in lies. You trust in oppression. You trust Esau, Edom. You trust Babylon, Egypt, land of the Chaldees. You know, America. It is what it is. Then trust in Salakia. And trust Salakia. I'll read from the top. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. This is the reply of the Holy One of Israel, because you despise what I tell you, and trust instead in oppression and lies. Calamity will come upon you suddenly. What are you talking about? Did he not tell you in the book of Proverbs, when the crap hits the fan, and you did some dumb shit, that he said, what? I'm going to laugh at your calamity. I'm going to mock when your feareth come. See, everybody think this is a game. This ain't no game. I know IUIC and all these others talking about it's an embargo, sleeping with white women, it's sin, it's all everything else but what it really is. And we keep telling you what it is. It's to the point we just telling you straight out. No codes, none of that other stuff. Just telling you it is what it is. Right? Matter of fact, was another scripture I wanted to get, because I did say what's going to happen to you, right? Oh yeah, we're going to go to Revelation, right? What's going to happen to those that take the RFID microchip? Right? What's going to happen? The Revelations 13, 16, and 17, right? What's going to happen? Revelation, the 19th chapter, right? And verse, let me see. Let's get verse. I'm pushing buttons here. Slack it, y'all. Revelation 19 and verse 20. It says, the subheading says what? Doom of the beast and false prophets, right? And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets, all the false camps out there, all those that have lied to the people, all them that's just, yeah, like I said, lying and doing a whole lot, right? Doing a whole lot. I ain't even about to go into what they be doing. But anyway, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is what? The RFID microchip, once again. And them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Do you understand what's about to happen? You get it? Matter of fact, let's get another one, right? Let's get one more. Revelations 20 and verse 10, right? What does it say? Something similar. Revelations 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them. Who's the them? Your 2/3 of Israel. The Israelites that was deceived. We're not worrying about the heathen and everybody else. We ain't even worried about your 2/3, but we still gonna tell you, right? Revelations 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them, Esau, Edom, the devil, not a spiritual creature, you know, the counterpart. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. For a time period, they're going to burn, smooth, clean up. It is what it is. And when it comes to that burning, you may be thinking, well, wait a minute. How are they going to burn? Well, let's get some scriptures where that fire is going to come from, right? The first scripture we're going to get where the fire is going to come from. One of the sources, right? Boy, it's about to be real bad. Isaiah. All right, you know where I'm going. 66. That's going to be the first one we hit. When Yahweh Shah pull up. Isaiah 66. When they start lighting people up. And 15, when he in the chariot. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire. It didn't say water. It didn't say wind. It didn't say nothing else. It said what? Fire. We all know what fire is. We know it'll burn your ass up. Right? We know what fire is. Isaiah 66. But this is going to be a different kind of fire. Isaiah 66. For behold, the Lord will come with fire. And with his chariots, which the chariots are what they call UAPs, UFOs today, right? The chariots. Like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. See, you see where this is going. You see the outcome for siding with Esau, Edom. Death. Matter of fact, let's get another scripture. Isaiah, right? Oh, so we're in Isaiah. That's Isaiah. What is that I want? Isaiah 9. Isaiah 9 and 5. Going back into what's about to happen. See, we come into the time of World War III. Everybody feel it. Everybody know it's coming. It's inevitable. People see it. People feel it. You know, people getting their canned goods together and doing whatever they doing. You know, people seeing what's about to happen here in America. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this... So you're not going to be out here like the old times when they fighting with battle axes and swords and all that stuff, like the knights in shining armor, all that kind of stuff. No, we ain't having that kind of war. For every battle, this is Isaiah 9 and 5, right? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Burning and fuel of fire. Going into what? Nukes, missiles, tanks, all that weaponry that Esau Edom has. Well, all the things gonna be going on, and best believe Yahweh Shah is gonna use those missiles. The scriptures say he got 200,000 thousands of them. Going into the book of Revelation, what is that? 9 and 16. We'll get that too. Matter of fact, shoot, what's gonna happen to y'all when them missiles hit? Let's go to the book of Zechariah, right? These scriptures tell you what's going to happen to your behind. You side with Esau. What is that? Zechariah 14. How much time I got? I know I'm moving kind of fast. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place, right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What does that? You ever see what a nuke does? They show you pictures. You can probably Google it, look for it on YouTube, and they'll show what happens to people. I know we always use them. Well, I know I use the movie, and I believe the brothers do too. We use the movie Terminator because it's easy to watch the Terminator 1, I believe. And you see Sarah Connor on the fence, and the nuke hits, and then you see her skin blow off. Then you see her tongue roll back in her mouth, and her eyes start sinking back in the back of her head while her whole body's on fire, and she's still screaming. Now think about Yahweh Shai slowing down time, where you feel every inch of that. Because see, people got these days, Israelites got these days, 2/3 got this thinking oh, well, it's going to be a fast death. I ain't going to worry about it. It's going to be like, boom, and it's over. Nah. I don't know who y'all think y'all playing with. I know you out your rabbit mind. I know you out your mind. Because y'all really think that Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus, Jehovah, Yah, and all these other names, ain't got no power to slow down time and make you feel every bit of it. For your disobedience, for your wickedness, for siding with Esau, Edom. Right? Yeah, people about to feel this. He about to turn up the heat. Y'all see what's about to happen? Matter of fact, let's get another scripture. I did tell you Revelation, right? Let's go there. I'm going kind of quick. Revelation chapter 9, right? In verse 16, about them 200,000 missiles, right? What is that? Here we go. Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. That 200,000 is what? The nukes. He's not talking about literal horses. He talking about what? The arm, man, I'm telling y'all, man. He talking about overkill. Think about it today. All these different countries today, all these heathen countries are doing what? Building nukes on top of nukes, on top of missiles, on top of nukes, and hiding them underground and all over the place. They got a lot of them. They may parade around and feel, China, whatever, Russia, whatever. They might parade of what they have and what they want to show. What about what they ain't showing? Scripture say what? How many? A number of army of horsemen were 200,000. That's a lot of missiles. And they all gonna be aimed here at Babylon, aka America. So when you go back to Revelation 13, 16, and 17, all them that side with Esau, Edom, guess what? The fire you shall be in. Right? Matter of fact, let's get another scripture, right? Because, the Bible talks about at the end what will happen, right? Because we know at one point there was a flood, right? So now we're going to get what's about to come. Keep talking about that fire. 2 Peter 3 and 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved, saved, right? Saved for, reserve is to be holding on to, right? Saved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Meaning what? That this place is going to burn. Point blank, period. Burn. Fire. Right? Matter of fact, let's get one more scripture. Revelation. We got to get this. Revelation 20. Right? And verse, let's see. Verse 15. Remember this too. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire also. Those that are not written in the book of life are going to be feeling that heat also. Y'all see how serious this is? While all these other Israelite camps out here playing damn games, playing with your life. While we here at GMS, we tell you the 100% truth. What's the scripture say? We hate it because we tell you the truth? Well, then y'all keep that hate and y'all burn the hell up then. Because at the end of the day, you was told. Now, let's get another scripture for the elect, right? Because we know what's going on. And I'm one of the hopeful elect, right? Isaiah chapter 33. Gotta get it before I close out. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom, right? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Wisdom and knowledge. We know what's about to come. And at the end of the day, going into the Ezekiel 33rd chapter, also, we don't want y'all's blood on our hands. It's because you've been told over and over and over and over and over again. Like as people say, it's like a broken record. Okay. Well, that lets you know if it sounds like a broken record. What is that telling you? Over and over and over and over again that someone is telling you something. Right? Matter of fact, let's get one more scripture before I gotta go. What did I want? Because we ain't ignorant. 2 Corinthians, right? Chapter 2. We know what's coming, and we telling you. And we telling you what the outcome is going to be if you take it. 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know what this devil's about to do. And we've been telling you and telling you and telling you. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Hope you was edified. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.